epilepsy, car crash, broken ribs, broken ankle, torn tendon, dead mom, broken up with my fiance, heart attack. There's your 5-second intro. Hi, gay people in my computer. It's been a long time. I haven't made a YouTube video in probably like 6 years or so, but I have a podcast coming out, and the first guest is Vivian Jenna Wilson. So I wanted to make like a quick catch-up video because like, I don't know. I've explained where I've been for the past like 5 years on TikTok and everywhere else, but like not everybody is on the clock out. So I wanted to do more of like a FaceTime-y kind of catch-up before the first episode comes out. A little FaceTime call where I tell you all of my trauma. I want the comments to be like a catch-up. Like I want to know what you guys have been up to, because like half of my gay fans are now women and half of my women fans are now gay men. And then like some of them are married and like some of them have kids. Very confused as to what's going on right now with all of you. So let's all just like in the comments, I don't know, just like kind of am I getting arm? Sick. So I stopped making videos kind of around like right before the pandemic hit. I was posting more to like TikTok and like Twitter and shit. After the pandemic hit, I kept getting it like over and over and over again. And like long COVID didn't really exist. They didn't really know what that was back then, but I just kept getting hit. And every single time it was like worse and worse and worse and worse. I was having like a lot of neurological issues after the pandemic, like a lot. Health kept getting like worse and worse throughout like that year period. I couldn't think, I couldn't talk in meetings, like I couldn't keep a train of thought. It was just like really weird, and like doctors didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. And then I started like waking up shaking and like throwing up and like sweating, and then I would get really confused after I kind of like got a hold of myself, and it was like really weird. And this was happening pretty much every single morning. Talked to my doctor about it, talked to my psychiatrist about it, and they diagnosed it as like panic attacks, which I've had anxiety and panic attacks my entire life. And this felt different, but they thought maybe they were just like stronger panic attacks. After like a year of that, I kind of just like dealt with it. Like I was just kind of like, okay, everything is gonna be hazy and foggy. Like I just kind of have to like put up with it. I kind of just like got used to it because nobody knew what was going on, and there was nothing that could help it. And just a side note, all of this was before the vaccine came out, so don't even like try. Don't even try to anti-vax my comments right now. So I got used to it. I was kind of just like, but like whatever. And then things kind of were like not getting better, but like they were more manageable. October 2021, I went on a trip, had like a very stressful weekend, got back, woken up in kind of that like shaky, weird like haze shit. And my ex needed to go to the pharmacy, so I drove us to the pharmacy. As we're driving, all I remember is like slowly like kind of like losing it, like spacing out, turning my head a little bit. For some reason, rolled down every window in the car and then blackout. I wake up, everybody's yelling at me. My car has crashed into like 3 other cars. Everybody's screaming at me. They're mad at me. This woman is outside my window screaming like, what is happening? What's going on? I don't know, girl. I just woke up. I don't fucking know. Then I black out again, wake up in an ambulance, black out again, wake up in the hospital. I'm laying there like in a lot of pain. Then the doctor came in and told me I have broken ribs, broken ankle, tore the tendon like in my foot, like ankle thing, and I had epilepsy. So I was diagnosed with epilepsy. We did all the brain scans, and he was like, yeah, those aren't panic attacks. You've been having like seizures every morning. Now I know. So thanks. I was in the hospital for a couple hours, did all my tests. When I got out of the hospital, I texted my mom to tell her just like, hey, don't worry. Got into a car accident, shattered my ribs, I have epilepsy, but hey, don't worry, type of a thing. And that's when she told me she was going to the hospital for her COVID that was, they thought, turning into pneumonia. And at that point, my mom doesn't really go to the hospital. I kind of just knew she probably was not going to make it out of that. And she was in the hospital for a few weeks. And then she passed a couple weeks later. During this time, I'm still fucking bedridden. I tried to like, I don't know, keep it together and like not freak out. Did not work, babe. Did not work. I went manic as shit, okay? I was doing anything and everything except for like grieving and healing. I was anything. I was going to sports games, basketball games. Shut the fuck up. Why are you at a fucking basketball game? And that mania lasted a little bit. Close to a year. And I'm not talking like TikTok manic, like cutesy hee hee hee. I'm talking bitch. I was crazy. I went a little bit fucking nuts. And when that mania kind of finally burned out and I hit the full crash out, we were kind of going into like 2023 at this point. There was no more ways of like delaying the grieving process anymore. And I kind of just like crashed crazy hard. I thought I had a pretty good relationship with depression. Like I thought I knew that hoe. No, not even. Was not prepared for that one. A couple months into 2023, I wasn't leaving bed. I wasn't doing anything. I was at like peak depression, and I was like, I'm gonna die. Like I could feel myself like dying. All of my neurological shit, like everything had gotten so bad at this point. I couldn't think. I couldn't talk. I just like wanted to lay there. Like there was like I low-key just kind of was like fine with dying. Like I was like, all right, do it. I don't really care. And then it was April, and it was getting closer to Mother's Day. I was having heart problems. I was having so many neurological problems again. It was getting to like a boiling point. And then I kind of out of nowhere didn't want to die. And I was like, no, like we're gonna do this. We're gonna like fix this. Because dying from shaking to death, dying from being too sad or shaking to death at my big age would be so that's horrifyingly embarrassing. I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not shaking to death. We're not Harlem shaking to death. We're not Caesar salading to death. Like that's crazy. So I decided in 2023 to just kind of get my together and actually like process my grief. So I decided to fix everything. I ended my 6-year relationship and I started trying to like heal and like process my grief. And I was kind of making some progress. I was seeing friends again. I was doing things. I was leaving my room. The week before Mother's Day came. I was incredibly dehydrated and I had run out of my epilepsy meds and forgotten. And I didn't take it one night. All I remember is that I woke up and I looked up and I saw my skylight. And it just kept getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And then it was gone. Blackout. I woke up 3 days later in the hospital. What had happened was I had a seizure that was so bad, it triggered a heart attack. And that heart attack and seizure combo put me into a psychosis for 3 days. During these 3 days that I was out of it, I texted, I called, I emailed. I was sending messages on every single platform possible except for social media. I don't like some reason I was not on Twitter or like anything else. Thank God. The way that this was found out was because I called my sister and I was telling her all about my friends Stan and Kyle. I was talking about South Park, which is also on behind me. I was talking about South Park. I was convinced I was in an episode of South Park and also an episode of Charmed because those were the two shows I was watching when this happened. I was texting crazy like none of it made sense. It was all like jumbled and like whatever. Almost all of my friends were out of town and my sister and my dad came out here, took me to the hospital. So at this point, epilepsy, car crash, broken ribs, broken ankle, torn tendon, dead mom, broken up with my fiance, the heart attack. There's your 5-second intro. The heart attack that I had was called broken heart syndrome. I almost died from broken heart syndrome. I almost died from broken heart syndrome. That's so fucking gay. That's so fucking gay. That was 2023, and I spent the next year like getting healthy. I started with just like walking, eventually started doing like biking, going to the gym every single day, eating healthy. I was cooking every single meal. I walk 5 miles a day, like minimum now. I go to the gym. And in these 2 years since the heart attack, I've been able to like get my brain back. There's a lot of times that like I didn't think I was gonna be able to like get my humor back or like get anything like my creativity back ever again. It felt like it was like gone forever. So yeah, I started creating again and I started making shit. I wrote 100+ songs. I've been writing K-pop demos. And then I started a podcast and I'm gonna be doing that with my friends. And I've been making a ton of music. I just started dropping new songs. The first one is called Lore and the second is Discreet with Barely Human and Carter James. And that one just came out on Friday. So yeah, sorry I disappeared for a half of a decade from this website. Had a rough couple years. But we're back. Anyway, thanks for watching. Glad to be back. I'm gonna end this video by like, what's been up in your life in the past half decade? Like, I would like to catch up with everybody in the comments. I don't know.